And we're live. Awesome. Welcome back, KicknGravelers, to the first day of the year. Happy New Year, January 1st, 2019. This is awesome. Let's get started. Do it right with a little prayer. Our Heavenly Father, please guide us in our investments. Help us to have wisdom and treat people kindly around us and to be more like you. In Jesus' name, amen. Yes, I'm excited. We're going to do this right this year. We're going to take all the knowledge we gained from last year, apply it this year, and still keep learning and learn even more. So here we go. BTC USD on the one-day chart. Coinbase. Oh, before I get started, I want to say thank you to whoever anonymously donated the Ambrose token. I want to pull that up real quick, the chart, Ambro USD. I'm going to pull up the 1 hour chart. This is roughly when they donated, okay? And it showed up in my, hello. What's wrong with me? I'm pulling a blank here. I almost said, what is that? This is, my Pillar wallet. Hello. Sorry, I was looking at a bunch of different things. I kept wanting to say Exodus. It showed up in my Pillar wallet, and I only saw it this morning. I didn't see it yesterday. But yeah, it showed up in my Pillar wallet. There was no message attached or anything. It was just one Ambrose token, right? Funny thing is, I've never even heard of it. There are so many tokens out there. It's easily done. There you don't see everything. So yeah, anyway, this is roughly when it got donated, and it's just been running up ever since. So good job. Thank you so much, whoever donated it. That was really nice. I don't know if that was intentional or what, but if you knew that it had bottomed. But here's the day chart for you, and I want to get a quick analysis of it. So Ambrose token, real quick, has had a top on the USD chart of over $2, $2.07. And it's been like every other coin. This isn't a bad coin because it's gone down. It's just a bear market in general. But it's gone down all the way down here. Now, interesting thing is the last time we had a golden cross, it came up quite significantly. It came up rather nice. And we're about to get a golden cross again over here. So we've had a nice uptick in volume. And as I pull in the rest of the indicators, we've had money flow kind of running in. It's starting to come out just a little bit right now. It's probably just a normal healthy pullback from that big run up and breakout. Yeah, we had a golden cross back here, okay, on the day chart, which was actually our bottom was probably the 27th or 28th of December. And we've been basically accelerating ever since. Also too, RSI gave us a golden cross right here, which was on the 29th. So all things are looking good here. We just passed the 50 on the RSI chart. We just passed the 50. So it could continue to run up hard. I'd love to see a golden cross right here, and then for us to go topside at about 136. Oh, I'm sorry, 13 cents, not 13.6, not 136. So 13.5 cents roughly is where I would love to see it go up to after the pullback. Now, yeah, because this pullback's got to finish up, but I don't want to see it go below the 9-day moving average. Here is a quick little super fast. There you go. Okay, so the 618 would be about 14 cents. I think that would be a healthy target, or at least maybe that would give it time to come on down. This is your 200-day moving average. It would kind of come up and maybe test that before coming back down. But yeah, it would be nice to see a big move on this. It's an interesting token. It would be really good to be used in industry. Here's some information about it. It basically would be used to track goods. So all over the world. So there's some pharma. Big pharma could use it. An anti-counterfeit solution. Where was the one I was reading earlier? There's so much good information and ways you could implement this, basically with goods, securities, all over the place. Gold, silver. You could apply this on a lot of different things. Cars, shipping. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, if you dive into this and are interested, check it out. It's 7 cents a token right now, which is pretty good, pretty cheap. A lot of good cheap coins out there. It's funny, I'd never heard of it before, but thank you again for the tip. All right, so that being out of the way, it was kind of fun to get some of that now in the Pillar wallet. I'd love to do a Pillar wallet review later. If you guys feel like donating, you can definitely do that. Just contact me, KicknGravel. Oh, that's another thing. Whoever donated, if you'd like to contact me at KicknGravel and friend me, that'd be awesome. It's always fun to interact with people on there. A secure way to chat personally, one-on-one. Yeah, it's just easy peasy to send and receive peer-to-peer donations that way. A lot of people right now are in a struggle about Patreon. Patreon's taking they're shutting down people's accounts and not allowing people that donated to them for them to receive their money. Just go around Patreon. Everybody get a Pillar wallet. I mean, it's easy. You could donate Ethereum, or you don't have to donate just other ERC20 tokens. You could donate Ethereum. I believe Pillar's going to be adding Bitcoin here soon. I know this is like the V1 version wallet, the Grandma wallet, so it's very basic, but there are lots of tokens, ERC20 tokens, that you can add to it. So that's a big plus in my book. So let's get on to Bitcoin. BTC USD on the 1-day chart, first day of 2019. Sounds weird to say that. Here we go for Coinbase USD. We're at $3,796, $98. Okay, so here's what I see right away. Look at this 9-day moving average and how we've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 8 days worth of sideways action with indecision in the market. To me, this is screaming bottom. As if the bottom's in and we're not sure if we should go higher or lower. The bears are confident to push it down below the 9-day, and the bulls are confident to push it above the 9-day when it's their turn, but neither one of them are ready to run. If you're looking for a possible cup and handle, it is here. Let me show you. Right there it is, right there. Okay, and let me change that to yellow. Okay, so if you're looking for a possible cup and handle, it could be seen as here. The market could just be running sideways in order to reach that 50-day moving average, and then you could see a breakout. If that happens, it would look a lot like this for your cup and handle formation. Yeah, so that would be kind of a perfect cup and handle. Let's remove that. Okay, so right now it's favoring the bulls. We're above that 9, but 8 days of switching is kind of rough. It's rough on people because they don't know which way to go. I've heard some folks say we're going Super Bowl. Others say we're going bear. It's real undecided, and this is proof of that right here. Let's look at the indicators. The good news is that we have nice volume flow rolling in here. The RSI is down. However, the good news is that as RSI has been cooling down, right? We haven't really been selling off very hard, which is good. So if it decides to go bull and run hard and the RSI runs up, we've got a lot of room to go higher. Here's the money flow. Please don't rely too heavily on this. I'm still working the kinks out. This money flow chart is saying that we're coming down. I think that that's because of this right here. From our top, since we got a new 4 o'clock candle, we've been running down. And a lot of that has to do with this too. So if you're wondering, we've had almost perfect switching going from bottom to our top, right? Yeah. So I don't know, we're just gonna have to wait and see. The overall trend though is up right here in money flow, which is good. I like to see that. I also want to have it turn around and live above this 0 line right here. So this dotted line that you see, it'd be great for this to live above that. Let me brighten this up. I don't know if it affects you guys at all, but it might help me out. And I'd love to see this switch and come on up also. Still been kind of quiet about this indicator. I don't know. I don't rely too heavily on it, but it is there. So that's Bitcoin right now. We need a decision. We need to see this come up. We need to see this come up, and we need to see volume run up. But right now it's just sideways. Just what I would do is, if you're a bear or a bull, I would take your position and I would set your stop buy or your stop sell depending on where you want to get into the market. All right, so let's check this out. That's BTC USD. Let's go into Ripple, my new favorite. I'm just going to go Ripple XRP BTC on Binance 1-day chart. Let's look at that. Looks like we're getting a little slippage here. It's closed below the 9-day, which is a bearish sign in my opinion. But I want to point something out to you on Ripple. Okay, Ripple me this, Ripple me that. Ripple doesn't go bear until it passes the 50-day moving average, which is the red line. Okay, so right here, it was very bearish below the 50-day. Boom, it crossed above the 50-day and went super bull, right? And it came down, bounced off the 50, get a real retest of the 50. We never got a full close below it, right? And then now we're running up, coming down, test the 50. Now I believe we're going to trend sideways for a few more days, maybe have a little sell-off to test that 50 before we get our next bounce. So XRP still looking bullish overall, but on the 9-day it is testing the waters a bit. So long as we get what I call that, we could just get like a, there it is already. Okay, so we've had a wick. We have a wick that crossed over the 9-day. So it's kind of like when someone tries to shut the door on you and you shove your foot in it and you go, like that's kind of what the bears are doing here. Like, you know what I mean? Or even the bulls. The bulls are kind of putting their foot in the door and going, hey, don't forget about us. We're going to come back here and revisit this. So it could happen on the next candle. We get some lift. I don't know. But here's what I also need to see on this. Let's zoom out. Okay, so we're getting nice volume coming in. I need to see that RSI golden cross. That's really what I need to see. And then after that, or even before that, you'll see an uptick in money flow. And I want to see the money again cross above on the CMF above the 0 line. So yeah, that being said, I like XRP now. I would be selling if it drops below this 50-day. Okay, if we get that death cross, and here's the thing about that, and I want to go back to the 1-day and address that 50-day crossover. Okay, let's squish it down. Okay, here is the chart. I'm assuming that this, we don't have enough data, but I'm sure that we got a golden cross right here from the 50-day moving average, or what it would have been. going up. So then we went bull and we ran real hard, came down, went bear, right? And then the bear came down right here. We did a golden cross. So, you know, it just cares about the 50-day. So hang on to your seats and put your stop sells in if you're not able to watch this, okay? So if it does drop below, that you just get out and you preserve capital, mainly your Bitcoin buying power, if it goes down. And then later, if it goes down, you know, nice and hard, you know, you could have XRP buyback and increase your stack, which would be awesome. We always like to buy on the bottom, selling at the top. That's so sweet. Okay, so that's XRP, BTC. Let's get into Litecoin. Litecoin is $31.62 currently. It is looking bullish. We're getting a golden cross right here. Oh, that's good. Drinking water today. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, looking bullish. We're about to get a golden cross. We could see the top of this Kumo cloud for Litecoin, which would be fantastic. Poor Litecoin. It's been just beat down so badly this whole entire market, this whole bear market. It's been rough for it. So I'd love to see it go higher. How about Ethereum? Almost 140 bucks right here. Ooh, we got our golden cross. It's looking bullish. The last time we had a golden cross was way back here in 21st of April. So hopefully we see some good things out of this, at least over the Kumo cloud. Come on. And yeah, perhaps it's waiting to do its own version of a cup and handle here now that I look at it. Nope, wrong one. There it is. Right here. Boom. Okay. Hopefully you can see that. I can draw it in for you. This cup and handle here could come out like that. Oh, I'd love to see that happen. I'm sure some of you that are holding ETH too. Hey, if you're not an investor of ETH, I will say this: if you're not an investor of ETH, it would be wise to get ETH right now while it's really, really cheap, so you can fund a lot of things like your Pillar wallet for ERC20 movements of coins, right? Because now you're getting cheap gas, right? You can buy tons and tons of cheap gas for movements of coin right now for super, super cheap. And not just for the Pillar wallet. I mean, if you got an Exodus wallet, you can put some ETH in there. Buy a little ETH for your, you know, whatever transactions you're going to use in other wallets, I guess. So, yeah, it's just kind of a good thing. Even for your Trezor or My Ether wallet, etc., etc. So that's that. Let's move on to 0x. All right, 0x still bearish. Okay, we're not seeing much out of this yet. Still trying to get some more data to come in here. Notice this has been the downtrend. I bought a little here for some fun. Not very much, just because I wanted some. I sold all of my ZRX up here and then bought down here. That was nice. That's a good little 51 cent pickup, right? But those funds have been allocated to other things. 0x USD is currently at 31 cents. So let's move on to basic attention token. Oh, and it's not a buy yet. Not yet. Okay. Basic attention token is a sell. It's still a sell. Wish that it wasn't, but it's okay. It's at 13 cents right now. This is Ethereum Classic, ETC USD on the 1-day Coinbase. Okay, I wanted to point something out to you. Every time you see this, and if I don't see it, point it out in the chat. Hey, Aaron, you know what? You didn't Okay, you see this? This is maybe a candle coming up, a candle that tops, and then the next candle. If you see that pattern, there's your top, right? And we see it here, roughly, right? 1, 2, 3. I've circled it, so there's your top. I bet you could go through and let me just get rid of this. Remove. Okay, let's go through and see if there's any other tops that look like that in the past. That one was close. That one was real funky. It could have just been a double top or a triple top. Yeah, but that was a clear top. So, but it's just had a pullback, but we're still getting good volume coming in. So, hang on to it. We are pulling down with right now with a little bit of money flow. We got money flow problems, but that's okay. Ethereum Classic is at $5.21. Zetcoin against the USD chart is $58.14. We got a buy signal, but it's been just pure weakness coming out here. I don't know if it's going to last. This thing, it's given a golden cross, but it's been so choppy. Oh boy, this thing is real choppy. I would say exercise caution and use tight stop sells so you don't lose capital. Okay, that's all for that. I'm going to keep it as a buy, but this thing has got to turn around, right? Better turn around soon. Real quick. Yes, that's right. Digibyte, DGB. Okay, Digibyte is crossing the threshold and is now bullish. I'm going to show you why here. Let's grab this little guy and we'll stick him right there. Okay, so here's the thing. We've had a sell-off and a bunch of indecision and a bunch of switching, you know, that indecision. This thing here has got to close, open and close above the 9-day moving average. We got the volume. You know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to put it in. Timeout. I hate to be that guy, but I'm not going to call Digibot a buy yet. I want it to close. I know that we just got this candle and odds are really looking good here, but I'm not going to put it in yet. This thing has got to close above that 9-day before I like it. So just hold on. We're going to keep it as a sell for now. We could get a pullback. It could even drop way down and we could get a better price. But I'm not going to buy into it yet. Nope. Tron, TRX. Okay, Tronny. Okay, there's our buy-in. We've been riding it up and we've been staying in it. I told you that Tron has been holding on by its fingernails and I could get a lot, not as good of a price. Let's move that out of here. It's possible that I won't get as good a price as it is even now at 508. Okay. But I want the market to tell me when it's over and when it's coming down. So like we could have possibly sold up here, but it would have just kept running higher. Just like right here, we could have sold right here, but missed out on this. So we're staying in it until the market says, no way, we're done. And that's just a factor of a bunch of all of these things put together. Here's something I want to point out to you. If you haven't seen it already, we got that 9-day crossing the 50-day moving average golden cross. We crossed above the 200-day moving average, and now you're starting to see this 50-day wants to golden cross that 200-day. Yes, these are very this is very bullish. I love this. This is like signaling that the bottom is in. Even if we got a pullback and stayed above these indicators, they would probably continue to golden cross, and then we could bounce and run higher. So it's possible, but that's TRX for you. Theta. Oh, TRX is still a buy. Okay, Theta. What do we got here? We're still bullish, but This is a barely bullish. As time goes on, we need some more volume coming in. Volume is looking way better than it was back here, I'll tell you that. Now, the interesting thing is that where we were back here, testing the bottom, having this new bottom, all of that is not much. We're not much higher than we were back here, yet our volume is a lot higher than that. So keep that in mind. Volume is usually a precursor of your price action. So yeah, theta still a buy. I like this as a bottom. Hold on to it. This is a long-term play. You're not going to get rich overnight. Moving on to Proppy, PRO. What's happening here? There it is. Stay in it. There's our buy signal. Not quite the bottom, but we did all right, right? And it's still going. We're about to get a golden cross, the 9-day above the 50. I love that. Let's get into the Kumo cloud and go higher. I'd love to see a gold. We need a golden cross coming. We need a golden cross here soon. This is encouraging uptick in my volume, but I've got conflicting reports. This volume says no, while this volume says yes for money flow. So, oh man, are you serious? It's okay. It's okay if it wants to sell off a little bit and then, take some time and then go higher. That's fine. But I'm staying in it here. Proppy, we're still in it to win it. Proppy still a buy. Populous, there's that 1 2 3 1 2 3 for a top. I had circled it. I'm still in Populous. Still bullish on it right now. Populous is an interesting coin because look how it looked. Look how high it was, back in the day. Against Bitcoin, it did so well, and it's just been brutally beaten down. But here's my buy signal for it on this chart, right? It coming down. There's the buy signal. We're just waiting patiently. We're about to get what appears to be a golden cross of the 9-day and the 50-day. I need this candle to go green and then go above both of those. Show me some bullishness here soon, Populous. Come on, you're right there. Everything, oh man, it's so close. We're gonna keep it bullish. Here's OMG. OMG is okay, so it was showing us some good stuff here, right? But then pulled back, and I just said we're selling it. Okay, now it has to prove itself to us. It's not proven it yet. There's some really great news for today on it. Let's look at it. Not news, not FA, but like the TA news. This is what I see. We got a nice little uptick in volume. Beautiful. Price is living above the 9. That 50-day moving average is coming down, ready to give us that sweet, sweet golden cross that we love. And the RSI gave us a golden cross, and the money flow is coming in. This money flow is coming out. This is, I believe, more local than that one. This is probably more long-term, but the average is looking good. OMG is darn close. It might be a day or two, and then we can call this a buy. But if you look at the overall picture, just be patient with it, because it has had, it's not going to Superman fly out of here immediately, because this poor market has just been beat down so badly. So that's kind of what I see here. Let's blow that back out. Right? So you're going to get a good price. If you just wait a couple more days and it shows its hand to be more bullish, it'll be fine. So Omisiko, 2019 looking to be a pretty good year. Here's Human IQ. You remember me writing this, pop soon. I was hoping, and that never happened. I'm taking this off of here, okay? That's why we put pop soon with question marks. We weren't sure. It was a theory, and the theory didn't work. It's okay. It's all right to have theories in trading. That's the only way you learn and get better. And hopefully you test theories, and you throw a little money at it, you lose a little money testing your theory. It's okay. It's all right. It works. I didn't buy into this. I've been holding all the way down. I didn't have to buy it. Well, what I've been doing, so I have two different ways to trade. One of them is you're just trying to make a little bit of money or a little bit of Bitcoin, whatever it is you're holding. That's one way to trade. The other way to trade is with my HODL stacks. So my HODL stacks are coins that every time there's a pump, I dump it, and then I try to just get in where it's sold off at. And if it sells lower, whatever, and I wait for the next pump and I dump it and I buy back in. And it's a really safe way to gain lots more coin. So if at any point it decides to just go crazy bull, I can buy back in with what I've sold it at, and hey, there's no loss, right? Just been kind of winning on the pumps all the way down. So that's just two different ways to play the game of trading, and that's kind of what it is, just a game. Humanique, definitely don't buy it. XLM, okie dokie, here we go. XLM is the one that we've been trading like this, where if you bought it here, you sold it here, bought it here, sold it here, bought it here, sold it here, back and forth, right, all the way down. And now we're at that, if you didn't buy in already over here, we're getting close to that buying stage. And look how close it got. Look how close. It was just right there. So interesting. I thought we were going to go bullish right here on this little green. I put a little green arrow here. I thought that's it. We made our touch. Now we're going to run higher. And then I said, okay, you start seeing some red. I said, sell it. Okay. You could probably get a better price. Your better price is here. Okay. Or you can wait for it to cross above the 9 and actually go bullish. So I'm still waiting. I'm not going to do anything on this yet. I'm going to let Stellar show its hand and its direction first, even if it's a break-even price of where we sold at, right? And we're getting back in at the price we sold at. It's not a big deal. That's a wash. It's a break-even trade, and that's okay to get in with the trend. I love the trend trading way better. But yeah, it hasn't gone bullish yet. I'm still bearish. This one still reigns right now, and we shall see. I would, however, caution you. Let me go back to this. About putting in maybe a stop buy. I'm just going to put this here just for a second. Maybe you put a stop buy in right here somewhere, okay? At 0003109. That's a possibility, okay? I'm just kind of spitballing here, throwing ideas out there. So if you're not watching the chart and you're just saying, hey, man, I got to work, 8-10 hours a day. I don't have time to watch this. Who knows what'll happen while I'm asleep or at work or whatever, but I can look at it in between. Then you got your stop set, and you'll be okay if it runs up, and you won't miss the boat. And you also, wherever you got out at, hopefully, it's kind of it's a wash trade, so it won't bother you. Always to make sure that you made enough in the trade to cover the stop buy and stop sell fee. Okay, so anyway, the other thing too is, as I look at this, I'm gonna scroll out just a little bit so you can see the bigger picture. It's possible that the market wants to bottom bounce just a little more to pull this 50-day and 200-day down here just a little bit, just to make it easier on the upside. That's all it is. It's the market taking the path of least resistance to go bullish. So that being said, let's keep this as a sell with cautionary stops. We're moving into ADA. Okay, Cardano guys, you're loving this, right? You got your golden cross right here. Boom. A little back test of the 50-day moving average. I love it. That's exactly what you need to see. You need to see that back test after a crossing to confirm that we're okay to run higher. You're still above the 9-day. Let's look at indicators. Solid volume. RSI is coming down a little bit, but we're okay. We're okay in position. We're okay now. Yeah, looking good. Let's hold on to this. Stay in it. ADA still a buy. How about Tezos? Okay, Tezos, we called it a sell. It's been running down, down, down. All indicators across the board are down. Don't touch it. QLC. Okay, QLC, we called that buy here. Called it a buy. I could have probably called it earlier, but waited for volume to really start ramping up. We got our golden cross. Then we got a double top, right? This arrow is not really a get out of the entire market, but it's an arrow to suggest that you could have sold QLC chain here for a little bit of profit and a buyback lower. So I'm just going to erase this. Okay. I'm going to leave this up as there was our top, right? And we're just going to leave it there. We're still bullish though. We're above the 9-day. Volume's good. It could give us some more volume. I'd like to see it float higher, like right here. That's an indicator of good strength, good slow volume run up. We're getting a golden cross, very positive. I need to see both of these turn upwards. I know they're just taking a little bit of a break while we trade sideways. That's fine. Money flow needs to come back to QLC chain. Place your stop sells possibly below that 50, but it did run up above it and back test. I don't know if it perhaps the market is thinking that back test wasn't good enough. Look at the gap. I think there's margin of error there, and you could just say, yeah, that's good enough, and we'll run higher. But you know, the market is a funny thing. If it didn't actually touch the line, it just doesn't want to do it. So I don't know. I would be happy to ride this thing out for a while. I'd probably put a stop sell at 625, a lot lower, and you know, you're still in a little profit, but you know, it's all good. Here is Aeon. Oh, so QLC is still a buy. Okay, Aeon. Let's go like that. Okay, there we go. Aeon is still a sell. I can see that right away. We did get a little bit of uptick in volume, but not much to write home about. Let's see here. Yeah, it's already below the 9 and testing the 50-day moving average. It's not a buy yet. Money flow's going out. We did get a golden cross on RSI, but it could death cross one more time right back, so it's not a buy. BCHSV, we didn't get a touch at the bottom. Interesting. I thought that we would have, but then again, looking at my indicators, it's not a buy yet. So this is kind of probably, it could be a fake out. It's gone bullish above the 9-day moving average, though barely. And let's take a closer look. Yeah, you can see that we just got a real tight doji right there. Switching back and forth from green to red. I'm looking, we still got to see that touch right here, and it hasn't happened. There's a little bit of a gap. So we've called it a sell from back here. If you got out on this candle here, right, and you wanted to maybe do like a flush play and say, hey, you know what, if this thing runs up, I'll put a buy back in somewhere around where the body of this candle was, where we got out, then hey, you could do that, and you know, hopefully it runs up higher. But currently right now it's not a buy in my book. We've got indecision here in the money flow. This is nice. That I like to see the RSI golden cross. That's a positive sign. But it's just not there yet. It's not there yet. Okay, so let's look at Doge. Doge is still a sell. Don't get in it. I laid out some options that it could do in the future here, but again, none of those have really played out yet. We have golden cross right here of Doge for the RSI, looking good, but we don't have any volume. So this thing could run right up close to the 50 and then turn right back and come down again. Okay, so let's move on to EOS. Doge is not a buy, by the way. EOS is still bullish. We're going to still keep that as a buy. We'll see where it goes. However, I anticipate the death cross here if we don't get some action here soon. We got to see more volume. We need more volume. We need more money flow. These have got to be ticking up right now. This is crunch time and they're failing. So about to get that golden cross 9-day to the 50 and then head up into the Kumo cloud. That would be awesome. So if you're loving EOS USD right now, this is kind of where we were. And I'd love to see a golden cross and for it to run higher. These areas down here, right, are great buying opportunities for EOS lovers and of the token. I'm not, but I do think that, you know, this right here was really bullish right here. This crossover and said, let's go higher. And it could lead to really good things. So still bullish on EOS. It's a buy. Here's Pay, 10x. Oh, man. So the other day I didn't take off my green, and I'm going to do it right now. Remember we said, remove that. There you go. So remember we said that this guy, we waited for the sell, the absolute sell. I've got the line here where we got out. And it came down and it came up. But I said, I'm out. I'm not touching this anymore. I'm out of 10x. And I said, this could be a possible reversal. And what I saw was this beautiful run up. And I believe it had turned green at one point right here on the back end. So we were getting some real nice volume. And then it dumped. And then it dumped some more, and then now we're just getting more continual sadness. So we never got above that 9-day. Do you see that? So that is a cautionary tale to anybody who sees it go like this. If I go like this, right, no way. Don't buy it. It's not above the 9-day like that would have been right here, right? An open and close above the 9-day, or that one above the 9-day. Those are good buying times. Probably not back here. So anyway, yeah, lesson learned. We were hoping to see 10x, which was giving a real strong pullback, give us a nice 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, you know what I mean, all the way up Elliott wave, but it just wasn't happening. This is not its time. And in fact, the pullback got lower than it's ever been. So this nice run up led to one of the hardest pullbacks ever. So yeah, that's too bad. Too bad about Pay 10x. You know, it seemed to be a good token, a good idea, but it's just failed to produce anything good. So and I don't like the new, you know, 10x and then Pay token. Now there's a split. There's two different ones, and I didn't like that. That was bad form. So I'm totally out of this. In fact, yeah, I think I'm just gonna take this off of here. I don't even recommend anyone else getting involved in it right now until things start actually happening. I'm gonna take this off of here. It's sad to say goodbye to a coin that I thought was a good project, and now it's like kind of falling apart. Ambrosis. Okay, we looked at this earlier. I'm going to keep this on there. It is currently a buy on the 1-day chart, though I would caution buying here. I would wait for the pullback at least to the 70667 level. It would be 0.070667 on the USD 1-day Binance chart. Wait for the pullback and then possibly buy there. But cool project. Love to see that kind of thing. See, because that's real stuff that happens in real industry. Kind of fun. I'm going to put that in as a buy. Boom. Cool. All right, guys. Well, that's it for today. Have a blessed new year. I'm excited for all of our trades and for more upcoming videos. Talk to you guys soon. I'm out.